No, you can't see my face right now because I'm driving, and it's not about what I look like. It's about what I'm going through. I'm going through a narcissistic breakup, and it's been going on for 10 years now. I didn't think that this man could get to me anymore. I thought I could handle it. But yeah. Narcissistic abuse is probably the worst kind of abuse anybody could ever have to go through, because just when you think you can handle it or you think you got it figured out, they get you. They get you, and they get you good. I am now in my car, and there's somebody else, some other woman in my house who's 20 years younger than me, mentally challenged, and pregnant. And I was just discarded like trash. Oh, I feel like I just feel humiliated. I've never felt so humiliated. I walked away with nothing. Just my car and my work clothes, and that's it. I'm thankful I have a job still. I'm not trying to give anybody any kind of advice or anything. I'm just trying to share my story. Because if I don't do something, I'm probably going to go crazy. Because when you're with a narcissist, they leave you. They make sure you are alienated, and you see it at first, and then as years go by, it doesn't seem you don't think it bothers you, and then when they get you, you walk away with nothing. You don't have friends anymore because you gave them up, or they gave you up. Yeah. I feel so embarrassed and humiliated. I was at work. I work graveyards, and I was at work. I left for work like I normally do, and I'm at lunch, and I get a text message from my old man's phone. We weren't married, at least. And it's got a picture of a girl, and you can tell she's naked, but it's just her head and shoulders, and she's laying in my bed, and she tells me that my boyfriend is now her man and to stop texting him. I was mad, but I didn't go. I said, fine, you keep him. And I just thought, okay, that did me a favor. And I didn't go there. And I never heard from him. Then I get a phone call, and it's that girl. And she's telling me she wants the key to the house. I said some vile things to her. I don't even recall. I hung up, and I waited a couple more days, and I finally decided to make that call. I called him. No, I'm sorry, I texted him. And I asked him, how could he be so low and devious, and how could he do that to me like that? Why on earth would he be such a coward and have somebody else just do that? And I'm a proud person. So proud that I wasn't going to even give him the time of day. So then he texts me back, and he tells me, I never told you to leave. This house is always open to you. And I said, like an idiot, okay, then I'm coming home. And I got off of work, and I called him, and I told him I was coming home. And he said, okay. I get there, and I call him up, and I tell him, open the gate, I'm here. And it took him a few minutes, more time than it normally would. And he opens the gate, and he tells me to behave because she's in there. She's in my house, and he told me to go there. So I got to get firsthand embarrassment, humiliation, and I got to see what a piece of work he traded me in for. I couldn't believe it. It's not about looks. It's not about anything but hurting. It's about hurting. As long as they're hurting, as long as they got somebody on a pedestal and they're hurting the other one, they're happy. I was miserable for 10 years and I don't know why I'm so upset, but I am. I'm crushed. My heart is broken. I don't even know how to act. I feel stupid. I don't want him back, but I don't know what to do. I can barely concentrate at work. I'm a manager for a Ralph's grocery store. I'm lucky to have my job. I've only had it for a year, and I feel like I could just lose it too if I just as quick as I got it. If I don't get over this, I wish that I would have walked away a long time ago when I got the first red flag. I should have walked away then. Narcissists are sex addicts, they're drug addicts, they're cruel. They mimic you at first so you fall in love with them, and they promise you the world, and a lot of us believe it. We believe it, and then before you know it, they rip the rug right from underneath you. And the saddest thing of all was that I wasn't going to be affected by it because I already knew how he was, and I was going to be able to handle any kind of things that he threw at me because I had learned to gaslight. See, gaslighting was a major part of a narcissistic relationship. Without the gaslighting, there's no life for them. Gaslighting is something that will make you insane if you let it. It starts off real slow and gradual, just a couple things. You can't find your car keys, and they'll let you run around looking for them, but they have them. Then they'll put them back where you thought you put them, and you find them, and you think you're going crazy. Stuff like that. Then, as years went by, I got cheated on, I got slapped around, and I guess maybe it's a good thing I'm not showing my face because it is humiliating and embarrassing. It is to go through this and then to stick around for it. See, but how they work you into coming back to them is they make you need them. Okay? And I've always been an independent person until I met him. So I don't know how I was able to become independent again and get a job, because it wasn't easy, and it wasn't easy to be able to get out of the house to get to work. It was always something. Never could I just leave the house and in a good mood and be able to get to work and come home in a good mood. It was always drama. And when I'm talking about drama, I'm talking this man, I could never know the truth. Never. Everything was a lie. Everything. Oh my God, I don't even know where I'm going right now. I have children and they're older, and it's important that I get through this for them, and that they can see that this kind of a toxic relationship is not something they should ever want to be involved in. And to be honest with you, my son is 19 and he is now involved with a narcissist. And she has managed to alienate me from my son. And I want him to know that there's other options out there, and I don't want him to get stuck in a relationship that he's going to wind up regretting like me. Because right now, I'm scared. I'm scared for myself because I have anger. I'm angry. I'm so angry. And it's not healthy. It's not. But I do have some tools that I did pick up along the way. I've gotten help a few times, psychological help. I've been to counseling a few times. I've been to the hospital once, years and years ago, in the beginning, when I got my first black eye. And I'm sorry, it wasn't a black eye. I got a huge knot on my head and a imprint of a steel toe boot on my shin. It hurt so bad I thought it was broken. It wasn't. It was just very damaged, like me. And the nurse there, she saw my look on my face and she knew exactly what happened to me, and she told me that. She said, I know what you're going through, and if you want help, you can come here tomorrow and I'll be here and I can help you get into one of these safe houses. I never had anyone talk to me like that. I didn't even realize at that point how serious it was, but I knew I needed to get out. So what did I do? I did what she said. I went to that hospital. I snuck away. I got out of there and I went to the hospital and she wasn't there. She wasn't there. She was not there. So then I made a few phone calls myself and I was honest with them. When they asked me questions, I gave them the honest answer, and they denied me. They denied me because I had told them. They asked me if I had alcohol to drink, and I was honest. I had told them that yes, I drink, or at that time I had been drinking, not that day, but the day prior, and they told me that I'm not able to go to their facility because I needed to be 6 months clean from either alcohol or drugs or both, and have a nice day. Now I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. I had to go back. I guess I didn't have to, but I did. I was in Palm Springs at the time, and I was on foot, and that's when I got a real taste of what homeless people feel like, because I was actually treated like a homeless person because I didn't have a car. I assume maybe I didn't look all that great that day, but I went into a few places to see if I could at least charge my phone, and they called the cops on me, and the cops came and they harassed me, and I was lost. I was so lost in my mind and everything. I went back, and here I am today, 10 years later. 10 years. And it's always my fault. It is never their fault. Never. And after a while, you just don't even listen anymore. At least I didn't. I didn't even listen to what he was saying when he got mad. I just went one ear and out the other, thinking to myself, it's just a matter of time before I can get away, get my own place. And then life happened. Life happened, this happened, mishaps happened. And during those times, it seemed to really please him that I was having problems or issues, what have yous. Meanwhile, I'm being lied to, cheated on constantly. And when I say cheated on, I'm talking to a degree that you couldn't even imagine. Not just rape. I don't even know how to express how horrible and terrible and embarrassed and humiliating this all is for me to share. But I need to talk to somebody right now, and there's nobody around that I feel that I can even go to at this point, because it comes to a time where your own friends don't want to hear it anymore. Either they've gone on his side because he's talked the talk and got them turned against me, or they're tired of listening to me cry about it and talk about it, and they don't want to hear it anymore, and I don't blame them. So I guess that's all for now. I'll get back soon. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.